Guys, Joster here, and I am back with another soundbar video. This is the Ultimea Skywave X50, and you guys know I'm a big fan of Ultimea. In my previous video, I reviewed the X70, which is sitting right behind this, right here. I still have everything hooked up, but now I have the X50. Well, the biggest difference is like this soundbar is a 5.1.4 instead of a 7.1.4 from the X70. And then this one has an 8-inch subwoofer, so it's going to be a little bit smaller than the 10-inch. But everything else seems to be the same. Dolby Atmos, HDMI, Cinemesh wireless, and the neural core processor. And also this is a 760 watt sound system, so it's a little bit less power than the X70. But I'm pretty sure this is going to perform great. So let me do a quick unboxing and let me show you what's inside the box and test it. Let's do this. Alright guys, so I have everything right here on the table. This is what you're going to get once you unbox this soundbar. We have the 3 pieces of the soundbar. We have the rear surround sound speakers and then the 8-inch subwoofer, which looks very, very similar to the X70. As you guys can see, the soundbar is right over there. And I like this little touch of bronze or rose gold. I don't know. I really like it. It looks premium and it feels premium. So yeah, it's not a lot, but it's enough for you to see and make it look a little premium. So this is the soundbar. I like how they break it down in 3 pieces. And this is pretty much like the brain of the soundbar or the centerpiece. There's like I can see a couple of drivers over here. There's a LED screen on this side. And then on top we have the touch sensitive buttons. And if we flip it on the back, we have 2 HDMI ports. This is the EARC, so this is the one that goes to the TV. Then we have optical, USB, and DC for power. And then we have mounting brackets on each side. This is the most important part, in my opinion. There's touch sensitive buttons right here on top, which I'm not a big fan of, especially if you have pets. I have a cat, so sometimes the cat goes on top and touches it. But that's how it is. And then we have the left and the right pieces of the soundbar. I can see a driver right over here, and then the up-firing speaker, and then the mounting bracket. So this is going to be exactly just like that soundbar over there, which is, like I said, is going to be the same. And I like how Ultimea puts this, like, look at this, like, look how easy it is. Boom, that's it. We go to the other side, and then boom, and that's it. That's how you have a soundbar now. Everything attached like that. It feels solid. It feels good. It doesn't feel flimsy or anything like that. I like that. And then we have the surround sound speakers, which look very, very identical to the previous model, to the X70. It looks pretty much the same. And I mean, they work fine. They sound good. There's a pair button right over here. And then there's like the DC port right here at the bottom. And that's it. These are very lightweight, but they sound great. I like it. And finally, of course, the subwoofer, which is a 10-inch, and it's a 20, I believe it's a 24 or 26 hertz of the frequency, which sounds deep. I mean, the other one from the X70, it drops down to 20 hertz, the frequency. The bass, that's what stands out the most from this soundbar. The bass is really, really good. So finally, right here is where we have all the hardware, mounting hardware. We have all the cables, we have the instructions. We care more about being loved than being sold. Nice. We have an HDMI cable. Yes, HDMI cable. We have an optical cable. We have the remote control. Look at that. I like it. Similar to the X70. Very, very similar. Oh, pretty much the same. It is going to be the same. Great controller. I mean, it works fine. Very minimalistic. It looks great. Look at this design. Looks like brushed aluminum. But everything that you need is right here at your fingertips. Here's one of, this is probably going to be for the subwoofer. And then we have mounting brackets over here. Yes, sir. What else? So this is a power plug for either the soundbar and the surround sound speakers. There's another one. This is probably going to be for the soundbar. What do we have here? So let me put this together. Let me test it. Let me put it with my TV. Yes, mounting hardware. That's it. And let me tell you my experience with the Ultimea Skywave X50. Let's go. So what you guys just witnessed is a comparison between the sound of the TV and the soundbar. And as you guys notice, there's a huge difference. I'm using the Hisense U7Q, which is a great TV. It has good sound. It even has a built-in subwoofer in the back of the TV, and it has really good speakers. But when you compare it to a soundbar, it doesn't make any, it doesn't even come close. So now let me show you how it will work if I connect the gaming consoles. I have the Xbox and the PS5. I'm going to test it. I'm going to see how gaming works. Let's do this. So for that, I'm going to connect the Xbox directly to the soundbar. As you guys can see, I already have the soundbar connected to the TV. So now the Xbox is going to go on the other HDMI port. And let's see how that works. So let's go to the settings real quick. And let's see what do we have here. TV display options. Resolution, so 4K 120 Hertz, 4K TV details, and as you guys notice, it supports 4K 60 but not 4K 120 Hertz. And then it does support Dolby Vision, but I have Dolby Vision for gaming turned off. Everything else seems to be working. It does support 1440p at 120 Hertz, HDR10, but if we go into 4K, the general video modes, it doesn't support auto low latency mode or variable refresh rate. So which means that this HDMI from the soundbar, it's not 2.1, it's a 2.0. So just in case if you're wondering, it is limited to 4K 60 with HDR and Dolby Vision. Oh my God. Oh, what? Oh my God. Oh yes.
Now I know what killed those pros.
Oh my God. It sounds amazing.
Right on his doorstep.
You are about to experience a revolution in entertainment technology. The fusion of Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos transforms your TV into an entertainment powerhouse. Dolby Vision is cinema HDR that brings TV to life with dramatic imaging, astonishing brightness, color, contrast. Dolby Atmos puts you inside the action with bigger, more encompassing sound that fills your room, even overhead. Now, experience the power of Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos.
It's crazy.
What's it look like down there? Hey! It's amazing. You should see these walls. The colors are spectacular.
You know, there's also an app that you can use. It's called Ultimea. And over here, we have all the devices. My devices, the Skywave X50, of course. But now we need to add one more. So let's go to Add Device. Yes, it is power on. Let's pair it. Let's see how easy it is for it to search for it. To the app, a new version. Oh, so there's a new version. So we can... That's a cool thing about this app that allows you to update the soundbar. You know, we can update the soundbar. Isn't that amazing? With this new apps available. So let me update the soundbar and let me tell you what's up. It takes 5 to 15 minutes. Okay, so yeah, we need to do this. All right, so the firmware has been upgraded or updated, should I say. So now we have control over the Skywave X50. As you guys can see, we can control everything. We have the power, we have the volume, and then we have the EQ over here. So we have some presets, default. We can customize this as well. So we have cinema, standard, music, voice, game, and night. And then you can also adjust the sound effects. So for example, the bass, the mid-range, the treble. I have the bass a little bit of more kick, but you can also adjust the mid-range, treble. It's up to you, whatever you feel like it sounds better for you. We can also customize the surround sound effect. I have it in 0 because it is very, very strong. So sometimes I do want to hear more of the voice, concentration in the voice, than the rear surround speakers. So I have it in the middle. Same with the up firing, and then the up mix is on right now. And then we go to customize. You can customize to your own pleasure. So there's also a style here. So if you prefer more bass, you can go over here, or more rock music if you're listening to more rock music, or pop, or classical. So you have all this effects you can customize. The app is really, really nice. We can also connect our phone via Bluetooth. So let me look for this soundbar. So let's go into the Bluetooth connections, Bluetooth, and it is scanning right now. I do have the Skywave X70. So let me turn this into Bluetooth technology. So it is scanning still. So it should be right here at the bottom, and here it is. Pair it. Yes, sir. And there you have it. So now you can listen to your Bluetooth on your phone. So I have my phone connected via Bluetooth to the soundbar. I'm listening to music because this soundbar also sounds great with music. And for that, I'm going to use a remote control right here. So I'm going to use music. I think like music is going to turn every speaker into stereo. Yeah, sounds really good though. You can turn up the volume over here. Like, I have the little subwoofer right over here, but I can feel like the door is shaking. You hear the bass? Ooh. Oh man, that sounds deep. So there you have it. That is the Ultimea Skywave X50, which retails for $499. Now this soundbar, it's very similar to the X70, except for the subwoofer. It's a little bit smaller. It drops from 10 inches to 8 inches. but don't get me wrong, it sounds really good. It has a kick to it. My whole room was rumbling with this little subwoofer, and you guys are going to love it, especially for, you know, action movies, explosions and everything. And also the soundbar and the rear surround speakers make this immersive experience. It sounds really clean, very loud, very clear. So you guys are gonna love it. There's only one issue that I had with this soundbar, and I already mentioned this to Ultimea because I had the same issue with my previous soundbar as well for the X70. Let me see if I can open this up. So my issue is with the remote control. Now don't get me wrong, the remote control is fine, it works, I love it. But when you install the batteries, sometimes the little contact that touches the positive side of the battery, it doesn't reach, it's too flat. It's like a little spring. So what I did is I just grabbed like a small screwdriver and just pull it out a little bit, enough for it to touch the positive of the battery, and that's it. That was the only issue, because when I put it on, install the batteries for the first time, it didn't work, it didn't turn on. So I thought I had a broken remote control, but that was it. So the problem is very simple to resolve, and the reason that I mentioned this is because it happened, the same thing happened with the X70, and I believe with another soundbar, I think it was the Nova S90. I can't remember. This is not the first time this happened to me, so that's why I just wanted to mention this, guys, just in case if you get a batch with this little spring not long enough to reach the battery. It is so easy to fix, just in case if this happens to you. But I already mentioned this to Ultimea, so hopefully they fix that. But other than that, I do recommend this soundbar. It sounds great, it works great, and check out the deals right now because Ultimea is coming out with deals for Black Friday. There's going to be a link in the description of the video if you guys want to check it out and get some discounts when you purchase this soundbar. I'm Joster, and if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Joster out!